Alright.
Prepare to qualify.
You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll certainly wonder why you watched a semi-useless show.
Hello to all you schmoes out there. Welcome to another edition of a semi-useless show. Sorry for the late start. We're trying to work on some Facebook Live stuff, but after this, we promise you it will be working very well. And if you are watching on Facebook Live and it's not that great, we'll fix it. So
Go
this
fuck yourself.
Working
Go fuck yourself, whatever.
So, blame it on Sam if it's not working well. I'll put it all on his shoulders and then let him crumble with it.
Yep.
I'm your host, Jim. Right over here we have our co-host, Bill.
AKA Kevin Fart. So that's all I could think of. It was 10 seconds. I almost forgot to write it down, make one. So it's real
Right here
quick.
we have our Schmo host, Sam.
How you doing?
And over here we have our nose most, Mike. What's going on?
The inventor of fire.
Yes. So we have the first story I want to go over is it's about the new Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. His name is Carson Wentz, and about a week and a half ago, he had a problem. He was in New Jersey in a restroom and somehow got locked in the restroom. And like Michael said, why not call somebody or do something? No,
Right.
he tweets out that he's stuck in the bathroom in New Jersey. Can you help me out? And people came to his rescue. They kicked the door down.
Now, was it random people or teammates or some like people he was with? Like, was he by
being,
himself?
like, Philadelphia Eagles fans or something.
I know, but like, was he at the restaurant just eating by himself, having a drink, trying to lay low? Like,
I think it was a convenience store.
He's laying low.
It was like a gas station or something.
so he was pumping gas, went in to drop a dump.
It must have been
Basically.
one of those. Have you ever been to a gas station where the bathroom is like on the outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think
why
it
is the
must-
lock
They
on
give
the
you the key.
outside? Why is the lock on the outside, though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
How do you get locked
I
inside?
can't picture how this scenario makes any sense. Like,
It does.
If it was me, I'd first call some people I knew. While I'm doing that, I'm just kind of like pounding on the door, waiting for someone
Right.
to walk by and let me out.
That's
There's
what I'm.
no way, especially if I'm famous. Like, I feel like being not famous, I would be more likely to put it on Twitter and just hope that somebody stumbles upon me. If I'm famous, there's no way I'm putting it on Twitter.
Right. Exactly. That's what I don't get. I really don't.
There's
get
so
how he got
many
locked
other
in
options.
there. Wherever he was, my only thing was thinking that it could be a convenience store outside, but like Billy says, why was it locked from the outside?
Right.
So
I don't get
weird.
that.
Some people do their best thinking in the bathroom, and maybe he was like, I could become more famous. People became more famous because of Twitter. Maybe just didn't realize how famous he was already. I didn't know about him until this. I mean, if it's a poop story, I'm going to have to know.
That doesn't mean anything, Billy. You
No.
didn't really know who.
Real quick, what
Until
team
you poop live.
what team does
you're not
LeBron
famous.
James play for, Bill?
What team?
Yes.
The Philadelphia Flyers.
Exactly. So we're not surprised you don't know Carson Wentz.
Yeah. But now consider his last name, right?
Yes.
That's
And
the funny part.
yes.
Wait.
Wentz.
You left the. Didn't you leave the important part out of this? What the
The
headline was?
main thing is that Carson Wentz number 2 in the draft. So he went number 2 in more than one way for sure.
And that's how you become famous to me.
Number 2 in New Jersey.
He went number 2 in his New Jersey.
Yes, exactly. But maybe he didn't call anybody because I don't even know where he's from. But maybe he doesn't have anybody really
He has a
know.
phone that only tweets.
But
There's no reason.
I can't believe he doesn't have any teammates' numbers or something like that.
Right.
Kind of surprised about that. So.
Wait, he was in New Jersey?
Yes, it's from Philadelphia to New Jersey. It's only like 30 minutes.
I mean, it depends on where in New Jersey, but sure.
Right. Yeah, he was definitely close to Philadelphia.
Maybe his teammates locked him in the bathroom.
Maybe. Could have been
Just
a little
something that
rookie hazing type thing.
Could have been. I think they got hazed though by the time they got there.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah.
Number 2. His number is number 2.
I don't know if he's not the greatest decision maker.
Now, I forget when's the one that played at like the small school, like San Diego State or something like that?
Did you say small
South
school?
Dakota University,
I don't even know.
or is he the one that played at Cal? I get the guys that went 1 and 2 confused.
No. Goff went to Cal.
Cal, and he went to St. Louis or whatever,
Yeah.
Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So I mean,
enough
he is from someplace out west, so he definitely didn't have any family or any friends. Like he's from someplace in, I don't know, the Dakotas or Wisconsin or something nowhere near here. So that I guess I'll at least give him a little bit of a pass for that.
Yes.
But I was gonna say shit, but you know,
It's a lovely picture.
Like, why couldn't he knock loud enough where somebody could hear? That's
Right.
all I was wondering.
right?
All right. So the next, you're listening to a semi-useless show live every Tuesday at 7:30 on YouTube Live and Facebook Live.
No, Facebook Live failed.
Failed. Totally failed.
It just froze up on me.
Just straight up froze up.
It
Is that
froze up.
Facebook Live's fault?
All you Facebook Livers out there, you're not watching this.
Not on Facebook Live anymore.
Congratulations.
I gotta
the
do a
next
better setup
story-
next time.
I'm going to let the co-host take lead on. That is about a bar fight.
There was actually a fart bite which caused a bar fight.
A fart bite.
Oh yeah, that is a fart bite.
Yeah, that's a fart
A
bite.
sound drop deuce. Sound deuce drop.
Okay. So explain the story of what happened.
The reason why I say that it was a fart bite that turned into a bar fight is because supposedly somebody assaulted somebody in a Key West bar, which is weird. Anyways, like you wouldn't figure there was a fight that broke out, and that's the weird thing is that it was a bar in Key West.
Right.
And what happened is somebody was accused of farting.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Loose buttholes in Key West. Just throwing that out there. Go on.
Where's you might want to put the rainbow flag at half mast at least if you're.
Half-ass.
Well, it's true. All right.
It is.
Let's go.
So there is some loose buttholes there. I love how you're like, let's go, Bill. Let's not make it more worse than it is.
No.
Even though I started it.
I said it, and somehow you made it worse.
It's what you do to me all the time, though.
Yes.
You know that. And then you call Schmoes this.
Yes.
You should call Schmoes on that one. Anyways, what happened was somebody farted, and somebody got pissed. Like, did you just fart on my fiance? Which I don't know if it was a guy thing or whatever. Let's just assume it's a regular story. It could be. And then it ended up in a fist fight. People were beating the shit out of each other. There was people accusing other people. People were running out the door. So supposedly this big fight happens, and the cops were called, and they come in, and they're looking for the assailant. And come on, I mean, we know. It's like, who's the culprit? Well,
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
exactly. Who's the first one who made the phone call?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like whoever called the fire department. And I don't know, it might have been the bartender, but, when they were questioned, they said, oh, I saw a couple run out the door. And I'm starting to think maybe the bartender farted. They were the one that smelt it. So they called. They may have been the one that dealt it. And then the assailants are like, psh, and they're still looking for the couple.
So
I
who
mean,
was
it's
the
just a
person
total
with the
fiasco.
fight? Who was the one who started the fight? The one that...
The one that farted, I mean, do you consider that an assault? Like, I didn't hear. Allegedly, it was possibly a deadly silent situation. So I don't think that there was any audible things that actually. Did I say audible? Is it audible or audible?
Audible.
Audible is. I thought that was a football term.
Same.
Both.
Oh, so yeah, I do know sports stuff.
You just don't know English stuff.
That's all I got. I do know English. I remember the English used
is
to wear
really
leather
sad.
helmets.
Time out. That's really sad. That you know more about sports than you know about the English language. If you know nothing about sports, then you know negative about the English language.
I do know that.
I
do know a lot about English sports. I do know more about English sports than American sports.
That's
Does that count for anything?
true. I'll let that slide. That's
Like
pretty
the sporting of, like here, the sport where cops beat the shit out of each other. They're called bobbies.
yes.
Or they beat the shit out of
Well,
civilians.
Bobbies don't beat the shit out as much as American police do.
Yeah. That's why it's a sport. I mean, it's only an occasional thing. It's kind of like the Super Bowl.
I see.
It's the Super Bobby.
Soup or bowl. You can't say Super Bowl. Legally.
I said Soup Arbuckle.
Okay.
Yeah. Farty Arbuckle.
All I can think of is like from the scene from Liar Liar. Like the guy farts and he's acting so much that he's not the one that farted that he starts a fight with somebody else acting like they farted.
Right.
And then looking for the assailant when it's really himself. So he goes into the bathroom and beats his own ass because he's the one who smelled
Okay,
it.
you're not talking about the fart scene from Liar Liar.
No, the fart.
Which there was also one of those too.
Himself up. Yeah, that's true. When he's in the elevator.
It was me.
Yeah. No, you mix those two together, and it's him punching himself because he was pissed that somebody farted, but it was himself. That's all I can think of about that bar scene.
You know, it's one of those things.
Craziest thing that I've ever. There's two crazy things that I've ever saw a fight over at a bar. One, well, I haven't seen this one, but that I've heard. Your story about the fart that caused a fight.
Out.
And mine, Billy, and Michael, were you there in Canada? I don't think you were there.
Oh, Billy Wang?
Wait, what? Bill? No, Bill. Was Michael there?
The Bill.
I never went to Canada with Billy that I can think of.
Okay, so
The one time I go.
So
This
me,
happens.
Billy, and Billy Wang, Jake, and Ed were at this club,
It was a double bill that night.
and all of a sudden, the song "Never Scared" comes on in the club, and melee breaks out. People were just yelling at each other, "I ain't never scared," and they just started fighting. They go out to the front of the club, and bouncers are like, "You guys can't fight each other." So people go around the side and start beating each other. Next thing you know, there's a fight of like 600 on 600.
It had to have been, if it wasn't 600 on 600, at least what I saw was 300 and 300.
All right, come on. I was trying to exaggerate for effect. At
And
least-
now I'm telling you the truth. There's a lot of fucking people.
There was
That's
tons,
a lot of people.
There were so many, even though they're Canadian cops, no offense to them. 2 cop cars pulled up, and they
There's a
wouldn't
lot of
get out of
names.
their cars. They just sat in their cars and just watched the melee happening. There was so much fighting going on. It was unbelievable. And it literally started over the song "Never Scared" for some reason.
You know why they didn't get out of the car? They had to
Why?
put on a boots
Oh my gosh.
before they
Sorry for the delay on that.
before they got loony. I fucking keep going. That's
And
stressful.
Looney and Tooney.
Actually, I can't keep going. There's not too much to go off of.
Is it weird that the $1 and the $2 in Canada are called the Looney and Tooney?
They
Reminds me.
wouldn't do
They're
that.
Toonie too? Oh yeah, Toonie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
Wow.
the Animaniacs.
Right. That's just a coincidence. The loony was because it had loons on it. Like it wasn't like that's a nickname. It was a
Right.
dollar bill that had loons on it, and then they came out with a $2 bill and decided to call it the toonie.
So you're saying there's no
So the
Or-
Toonie's official.
no chance that the guy was a big fan of the Animaniacs and was like, we have the loony, we got to create the toonie. No chance.
No chance.
All right, I believe it. All right, that's a little bit of enough about the bar fight, fart bite.
Wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
No, that's all right. You said fart bite a little too early in the.
Yeah, I was just like, fart bite. Caused
Yeah.
a bar fight.
Yeah,
Story done.
that's all right. So real quick, we're gonna you're listening to a semi-useless show live every Tuesday at 7:30
Normally.
on YouTube Live, and hopefully one day on Facebook Live.
Fuck
The
Facebook.
number is 716-249-1967 if you ever want to call between the hours of 7:30 and 8:30 on Tuesday.
Don't.
Next. Yes, definitely don't. We won't know what to say to you. We'll probably call you an asshole and hang up.
Yes, exactly.
So I want to go over some of the greatest inventions of all time considered by the History Channel on the 101 greatest invention. Let me read what it's called. History Channel's 101 invention that changed the world. All right. So they have I'm at the top 25 out of 101. Number 25 is prosthetic limbs. 24, the credit card. If you guys have any gripes about any of these, let me know.
I do.
Yeah, I don't
Two
think credit
things.
cards that amazing.
Two things, and I know we got 25 of them to go through.
No
Prosthetic limbs, probably good just for the porno industry. So no gripes.
What? All right.
Prosthetic
Well,
limbs.
I don't want you going into any.
Is there something wrong with what I'm saying?
You're not allowed to go into anything, so
Yeah.
All
Let's
right,
go-
so the second thing is, what was the second thing? Credit cards.
Credit card.
They could be abolished. Credit cards did not do a good job of eliminating money and tried to get the whole world on credit. They failed, and now you got to put chips in them and all these other fucking crazy things. And soon they'll just be gone because you'll be able to tap your phone on something. And so they failed completely trying to get rid of.
the internet's going to be below it though. So it's like I feel like the internet.
They also-
yeah.
They also had a 50-year run, so I mean, it's not like-
It's only 50 years. That's not a
No,
lot.
I go there.
Like of
I
all
know-
time.
What it let you do is it let you allow you to transfer money wirelessly easier or wired.
Yeah, I mean, really, Western Union then. Let's just say Western Union is just as good as a credit card. Is that one on there?
It made you spend money easier that you didn't feel like you were spending. So it's technically, for humanity, probably one of the worst inventions.
One of the worst. I agree. So anyway, sorry to stop you at 24, prosthetic limbs.
23 is robots.
It
20
really hasn't gotten
That's
to
like
that
that's
point.
like building cars and stuff, which cars are obviously going to be on the list too.
22 is robots. Or, sorry, 22 is
That's how good it was.
Is
My
what?
the lighthouse.
What?
No, that's no. Before we had all this shit,
Go into it, Sam.
that was like one of the most important things for like sailing was a lighthouse.
It made nautical travel much easier and
Yeah.
safer for boat captains.
So for humanity at the time, it was actually really big.
21 is the microwave.
Yeah, okay, I'll accept that.
Wait, was the lighthouse like the original GPS?
Yeah,
Basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Then yes, I agree.
I mean, it doesn't have to be right now. I get why that's like one of the most important ever. Because like, how would you? We would not have been able to spread out as much, probably. I don't know. Unless
20
we
is radar. 19
get your
is
microwave going right
What,
now.
what was 21? Microwave?
yes.
Someone's using a microwave right now. It sounds like.
Yes.
Nice.
19 was a hammer.
Okay. That's
Pretty good invention.
Seems
that's
like
good.
it should be higher up, actually.
Which I feel like hammer should be higher than a lot of these next few.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna get crushed in our later argument.
Okay. 18 is the digital camera, which I can't believe it's higher than the hammer.
Why is it higher than the Polaroid? I mean, that's what set the. Oh wait, it's not because we're going. I see what you're saying.
We'll see if Polaroid.
Could be.
Yeah, that shouldn't be higher than hammer. That should be like hammer should be way higher.
Hammer beats digital camera just by sheer
Beating
force.
it, literally. Yeah.
17 is the X-ray. 16
Hammer
is
is better.
plastic, which I feel like plastic should be really high.
Yeah, I know.
How's that right after X-ray?
I don't know.
Imagine a
Like-
world without plastic. I know it. I know
It
it's not.
changed a lot, yeah. Plastic,
I agree. But think about how, like, the stuff that it has revolutionized has been very unimportant things.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
it's
know.
revolutionized a ton of stuff. But most of those things are unimportant. Like glasses and water bottles and
Computers.
computers. Yeah. But you could have a rubber computer or a wooden like I'm trying to think what metal, like, and
Might not
there's
be cost
there's
effective.
metal computers, right. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Well, it's also those are
I-
prosthetic limbs too,
Like-
plastic.
I asked. Who did I ask? I forget. Like, I think grandma or something. I was like, "What did you do before, like, the garbage bag?" You know what I mean? Like,
They had plastic
what-
back then.
And you bring up a good point
No,
there because
not
I
when
was
grandma was young. Plastic was like the 50s or something.
No, it was earlier than that.
that's
No.
what, but that's what I was going to get into with the garbage bag and,
Alright, I
and
gotta
how
think.
plastics in general because I think
Rubber
if
was
anything,
before that, but I don't think plastic was.
Mike, I think if anything, maybe plastic was more detrimental to society just for waste. Like if they actually used plastic, like if it wasn't as readily available.
1907
synthetic,
was plastic.
I'm almost thinking it was bad for
1907?
humanity.
What's that?
1907 for plastics?
Yeah.
But I mean, just because when it was invented doesn't
Yeah.
mean when it was readily available.
See, when was a garbage bag invented?
I do actually agree that it did go to more non-important things like
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's something we all right. So it holds our food and we eat out of it. Yeah, and then we throw it away. It's not something that we keep. Although we do have plastic bowls and stuff like that, but it shouldn't have went to that point. Styrofoam and plastic shouldn't have went that way.
I think it should be on the list, but not above hammer. Hammer should be like number one almost, really.
Oh, wait till
Not number one. Car should be number one.
Number 15 is a cell phone.
I think cell phone should be way higher, but
Yeah.
If the regular phone should be higher than that, I think, though, still.
14 is eyeglasses,
mm.
which eyeglasses is pretty good.
Yeah, eyeglasses.
I actually totally disagree. I mean, you should reward Darwinism, not inhibit it.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I respect that
If
too.
you get in a car crash, it's just natural selection.
Yeah. 13 is the airplane.
Alright.
Obviously, pretty good.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
12
Kind of an
is
unlucky number.
refrigeration.
What's that?
Good.
I mean, so
Refrigeration.
far the regression's been pretty good. The refrigerator,
Good one.
Did you say cabinet?
yeah,
is the hammer though. I don't know.
I still think hammer should be above refrigerator even.
Hammer should be number one over
I mean-
what number one is.
no, that's so not true. Like, you could essentially do 90% of a hammer's job with a rock.
Screwdriver.
Rock.
Rock.
I don't know, but it's sped up so much, the hammer.
No! I use
It's very
rocks
specific.
in place of hammers all the time.
What do you make
Just
of
fine.
Price.
Don't you
What?
think the nail gun should be above the hammer? Like,
Not just because it's better, no.
wait, listen. The hammer is just an expansion of the rock, like Mike said. And what's better than the hammer is a nail gun. So
All
I
right.
think we're going a little too far.
if you're gonna go to the
Screwdrivers
best
instead of
invention
screw guns.
of expanding on something, why not go to the nail gun?
We all know the car should be number one. I mean, just come on. That's the world. As soon as the car was built, the world completely changed.
Number 11 is the microscope.
You
10
said it like it was supposed to be pronounced that way. Microscope.
Yes.
Hammer should be above microscope.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Microscope's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Now, microscope gave you the ability to see like small, minute things that you could never see before.
Yeah. Do you think it really
You
shaped?
smash things into smaller bits with a hammer.
It let us understand what may kill us, but I don't think it really prevented too much.
Yeah.
10 was concrete.
Okay.
Really an argument there, I guess.
Which Michael can use as a hammer.
Yes.
Is he
Not-
frozen?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought he was frozen.
Oh, is
Let
he
it
back?
smell.
Mike,
Mm-hmm.
you're back?
Yeah.
Have you been talking at all?
Well, I asked what Billy said before about something about the microscope, and I think you guys didn't hear me.
Oh,
I said it was practically useless.
no way.
Not even going to answer that.
Yeah. I actually think microscope should be ahead of concrete, but concrete is pretty important.
That's
I mean, all the roads.
I know.
Well, you gotta consider, like, after wood, like, it was basically concrete. There was wood and concrete. Like,
I consider
Rubber
They used to
and
build-
asphalt.
9.
yeah, they used to build forts out of wood, and they built forts out of concrete that were just way better.
I say number 9.
They
Could
actually
be
built
ahead.
forts out of stone. They never.
Stone, yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah,
not-
they never
coquina, yeah, stuff like that.
I just think of it the same thing almost. but you're
Right.
All right.
They didn't really. Yeah.
Number
Concrete.
9 is a combination of two things that should be within the top 3, I believe.
Telegraph and telephone?
No.
Oh.
Number 9 is
Western Union?
vaccine/penicillin.
Yes.
No,
Almost
those
killed
are-
me.
Those are so far from the same thing.
I know, but for some reason in this list, they're considered on the same thing.
Penicillin
but-
almost killed me, so no thank you.
Well, either way,
Either way, dead or alive.
higher in the list. It should be higher than the automobile, which is number 8.
Wait, they were the same thing.
Pit
Yeah.
stains are a great
On
invention.
this list, it was vaccine/penicillin.
You know what? Maybe
I
the
was so
train.
wrong.
Nah, automobile's bigger.
Right, that would be like the same thing. That would like the close like that'd be like saying the train and no, like the car and the plane were the same
And the
thing. They're that
plane.
dressed. They're so different.
Yeah.
Like that's like healthcare. Like healthcare was
No.
the invention.
But
That's
to
ridiculous.
me, like, vaccine should be in the top 10, and penicillin should be in the top 10. If you combine those two, it should be
You
in the
got it.
top 3.
Absolutely.
It should be ahead of automobile, which is number 8.
Yeah, sure.
Internet, which is number 7.
I don't know. Automobile should be number 1.
No way.
Well,
Look how quickly
So-
the world changed as soon as the automobile happened.
totally wrong.
Yeah.
The world drastically changed when the train was invented.
That too, yeah, I know.
And
I think it changed again though when the automobile
it's
happened.
Paved the
penicillin.
way
And-
for transportation.
And the reason automobile is very, I guess, controversial, sure, is because it depends on what the criteria is. Because so far, the automobile has significantly, for a while, shortened the lifespan of humans because there were so many accidents early on.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's a tough.
But I don't know. Look how quickly it expanded. Like the population went so much bigger from moving around the world and stuff.
I think
the
the
population- plane did too.
The population, if you're looking at it by population-wise, the penicillin, like population spreads by longer life.
yes.
And penicillin almost killed me once again. I don't know how many times.
You're just one person. There's
I don't care about
Just
you.
one
Yeah.
person, a million people. You don't kill
80,000
me.
people that's
Just
allergic to penicillin.
Yeah, well, there you go. Counteractive shot. Leopard boy for a while.
Yeah.
My skin was inside out. And I was died.
Wasn't it
Going
like
back to humanity.
25 years difference after penicillin? It was like the average age was like 55. Now it's like 75 or something.
Hmm.
Or
No,
75.
right now,
Yeah,
Right now?
the average age is 80.
Right now.
80. So I think before penicillin it was like 55.
Might
You
be
raised
more
your
than that.
hopes there, Jim.
More than that before penicillin?
No, like lower. It might have been lower than
Oh,
that.
lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
So an insane difference. All right.
Popcorn's on the list, right?
9 was vaccine/penicillin, which is crazy to me. Automobile. 7 is internet.
Makes
6
sense.
is paper. 5 is fire.
Come on now.
Stupid.
We might have to go back to that.
4,
First of all, paper. It's like the internet should be before paper because internet basically got rid of paper.
I love you guys. You guys set yourself up so good for this. So you guys want hammer to be much higher, fire to be
Yes.
non-existent or lower.
Right.
It should be nice.
non-existent. No, it should be higher. If it exists, it should be number 1.
Well,
to me.
why shouldn't hammer? I mean, that's a naturally forming thing. Iron. They just harnessed iron.
Anybody else catch that?
No.
I think there's a little break up there.
People
You broke
harnessed.
up,
Okay.
Somebody's infiltrating your signal.
Where did you guys lose me at? So
The whole thing.
if you think hammer should be higher, naturally forming element that they learn how to harness, fire, not even really a naturally forming thing that they learn how to harness. Which one is more changing, fire or hammer?
Well,
You need the fire to make the hammer, right?
Even better. Thank you for making my point for me.
Yeah, it is true. But the thing is fire was not invented by man, and if they're just going to say inventions, then they must mean also invented by
different elements and
a
put them
superior
together to
being.
create something.
Fire is natural
that?
occurring. There can be
Thermal
brush
fire.
fires and lightning strikes.
Yeah,
But it's not naturally occurring.
right.
Like, it doesn't just
Man-made.
like it does happen
Well,
in
what-
nature. So does
I guarantee there's somebody, if you look back, he created the hammer, like Edward Hammer or some shit. There's nobody who created fire.
Edward Hammerhands.
All these were inventions by somebody.
But
Fire
you guys,
is
what
not
was the
an
one that was on
invention
there?
by
Was it
somebody.
concrete or cement? It was
They all can be the nail.
was it concrete or cement that was on there?
Concrete.
But it formed like you can essentially have naturally forming concrete. It's just a mixture of whatever
Mhm.
Over time,
How
yeah.
Possibly we.
stuff.
Over time, I mean, just like mountainous structures and stuff like that. I mean, there's things that can be sand that can be turned into concrete over time with a mixture of water and time. It can actually happen. They'll harden up.
It never did happen.
There's plenty of things. You're telling me that mountains weren't sand at some point in time? They didn't harden up?
It was
Like,
concrete.
there's actual things on this earth that at one point in time there was rivers, and the rivers flowed through, and it made a divot, and around where all the sand was, they end up being canyons, and they're hard as a rock because they are. They're mountainous. I mean, this happens. Rock can turn into
What is
sand,
it?
and sand turns into rock. It happens all the time. It's natural. What's
What?
that?
Let me see what the definition of concrete is.
Yeah, because I get concrete and cement confused.
Yeah, we need a concrete definition.
Right.
Is
Somebody playing Space Invaders?
bandwidth isn't even on this list, but it should be.
Bandwidth. What?
Still going.
Yes. He's totally screwed up.
I don't think cement does.
Greatest part of the show.
shit! And it might not even replay like that either.
Yeah, your camera totally screwed up there, and your voice.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Digital me? It was like 8-bit.
I'm on a
It was
lag.
like 8-bit mic, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I don't know. The definition
still there, though?
of anything ever.
We should rejoin. It's going off now.
Alright, let's go through this list real quick so we can get out of this show.
Live. Sorry, not working on Facebook Live. Let's just get the
Yeah. So 5 was fire, 4 is the computer.
There we go.
Nice. You good?
So 5 was fire. Okay, I thought that was the number one.
Give me a train ad already, damn it.
5 was fire, 4 is computer, 3 is steam engine, which
Yeah.
shouldn't even be in the top 20 to me.
Well, that's because of trains.
Yeah, it's a train.
Trains so much shape this country.
Yeah, so I
Well,
agree with steam
well,
engine.
That should be two, and
let's-
that should be one,
let's-
and automobile should be.
Let's keep going, and I'll explain why this list
Two
sucks.
agree.
is light bulb, and one is wheel.
Oh yeah, wheel.
Well, then I like the list. You only needed the last two, and we're pretty good to go.
All right, I think wheel should be 1, train should be 2, automobile should be 3. That's my list.
You guys
Yep.
want my list?
Because both those use wheels. So.
Okay, so do you think the steam engine, or do you think the train, or
That
just like
works.
automobiles? Do you think automobiles, the combustion engine?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, he's yawning.
God damn it, we lost him.
Damn.
Every time he wants to talk, every time.
I know he's getting so close to man.
that
Alright,
was
guys,
just, that was just my computer or my
Okay.
that was
Oh,
my
okay.
my
You're
battery's
good,
about to die. I feel like the the criteria of what makes something great on this list changed as it moved. Like it wasn't consistent. Was it in America? Was it in the 19th century? Like was it modern? Was it
Right.
like was it something that changed the quality of life? Was it something that changed the longevity of life? Those
Like
I don't know.
Should weapons have been on there?
History Channel's 101 inventions that changed
Weapons. They definitely should have some weapons on there.
that changed the world.
Yeah, because I mean, you hunt animals with weapons and shit. It just should have like the bow and arrow or like a gun. That should have been on
Right.
there.
It also changes the world in mass destruction as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is a very hard thing to do because there's so many different things. Like, what do you, like, is it something that saved the most lives? Is it something that has changed life the most? It's a hard thing to really rank.
I do
think
have a ranking system.
The
though.
condom came in at like 69 or something.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna put on the list. Like,
No, the condom was on there though.
Now,
Yeah.
was it condom or birth control?
It might have been birth control.
Because I'm
Well,
on
no,
board with
no,
birth
it was
control.
split up. There
Condoms
was
is
the
a
condom
little...
and the pill was actually way higher than the condom.
really?
Right. Yeah. That's actually probably wrong because of STDs. I would just say birth control. And
Right,
that
no,
should be
split 'em
pretty
up.
high.
They kept vaccine and penicillin together, but they split up condom and the pill.
So,
It is
the
weird.
consistency of this list is very poor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
I know.
sure that condom didn't come between 1 and 0?
Ayo.
I got a list.
Why did it say digital camera instead of just camera?
Camera was way higher.
That's
That's
true.
what I didn't get either.
Yeah.
Why was
They should have
That makes
combined
sense to
those.
me.
Yeah, this list is very poorly constructed. And what did you say it was on?
History Channel?
His channel is usually pretty good. I'm a little.
It was voted by like all these different scientists. So it's kind
They're
of
just telling you They're just telling you about history. So technically, they're still doing their job, even if it is a
Well-
bad list.
The microphone.
Polaroid camera should be better. I think it's more amazing than digital.
I gotta
camera.
piss real quick. You guys keep talking. Hang on.
I think
The
there should
toilet.
have been, like I
The
said, I think
toilet.
there should have been more focus on weapons and more focus on things to record history, like microphones and cameras. Those are very important, I think.
I think you were Michael. Weren't you talking earlier about like a sewer system? Uh-oh. It's still messing up
Break
here.
it.
God damn it. What is up with that?
He's usually good. I don't know why it's breaking up so much.
I think we can hear you
I
again.
think my phone's getting ready to die.
Oh.
You can hit it with a rock.
In life, not shortly. I might.
You never know when you got to nail up the picture or smash an iPhone. You got to use a rock.
I use all different things to nail up like pictures and stuff like that. Whatever's closest if I forget to grab a hammer.
I definitely
Like
do
so
too,
much
though.
stuff can replace a hammer. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
No, you're right.
claw are valuable.
Yeah. The claw part's more valuable.
Yeah.
That's what.
Well, I mean, we
that's
gotta
why
think.
when you see ball paint.
When you think of like like what we did in our business, you can't nail concrete. You can't nail tack strip into concrete with a hammer, with a rock, though.
You
But-
could now.
You're Vision.
Wait.
Hey yo. Oh.
You're breaking
Nail
up.
hammer. Did I miss
What's
something?
that? You can't nail a
You can-
hammer.
Did you catch the end of that?
You can nail a regular nail in the
No,
concrete with a
concrete
regular
nail.
hammer.
Concrete nail.
And with a regular hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's what you. Well, see up
And
north
it
they don't
doesn't
really
break the
they probably
concrete
don't
at
know.
all.
No, because the nails are designed not to break the concrete unless the
Yeah.
concrete is soft. If they actually purposely made a shittier type of concrete, then it will crack the concrete, but it's only because structurally it didn't. Sometimes they'll pour it and under certain circumstances, whether it's humidity or whatever, if it's on the inside, it'll dry too quick or not quick enough, and they'll do like a layer thing. So
Yeah.
then like a layer of the concrete
It's-
breaks off, but
It's a bigger thing down here because we have concrete foundations, basements and stuff. So
and like with terrazzo, you get a pre-drill terrazzo. You got to
Yeah.
pre-drill it before you put the nail
that's
in.
only Florida, isn't it? They have any trials anywhere else?
I mean, it couldn't have been just here, huh?
I don't know.
I've never even heard I've never heard the term before.
I know it's not
It's
up
great.
north at all.
Terrazzo's great. I
What
wish
is
they had it everywhere because you wouldn't even need floors.
It's not great for putting carpet over. That's kind of sucks.
It's not great for the flooring business, really.
No, because you got to drill every hole in the.
No, I mean it's just bad for business because it's such a great product. If they actually put
I
it
know.
everywhere, most people probably would have taken their existing floors off, refinished it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't crack or nothing. It's pretty good. Terrazzo, #1 invention.
I think
No.
more than the digital camera and even in the regular camera.
Toilet paper?
That's a pretty good one.
You just used it.
Nah, I don't think so. Because you could always just shit and then take a shower. Right
Is
after.
You could do the slider, yeah.
The ability to capture video.
That's what I was saying. I said on the list there should have been more weapons. Should have been a focus on weapons and capturing history. So it should have been
Bomb.
like microphones and cameras should have been on there.
The atomic bomb changed the world. Bomb and the gun.
I mean, the atomic bomb changed the world in one of the most significant ways. There's
Yeah.
been so much less large amounts of casualties.
Sorry,
in the
Mike, I'm not
past.
laughing at you. It keeps breaking up. It's,
All right, it's
funny
good
when
now
it-
though. It's good now though. Right?
There's
Yeah.
been a lot. There's been
There you go.
since the invention of the nuclear bomb. There's been war.
Yeah.
No, you didn't just say yeah. That was the greatest yeah ever. Mike, every time you talk, we can't hear you because it breaks up. It's going to be so awkward on playback because it probably won't even show, it won't even sound the audio on playback probably, but right now, it's very much showing it, and it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
And the fact that Jimmy responded to it is unbelievable.
I know where
Even wait a little bit, yeah.
Wait, I know where he's going with this. Meanwhile, Mike's finished with the sentence. It just keeps going and just goes off into internet funky town.
Is my picture going fucked up too, or just?
both.
Just
Yeah.
I'm too busy laughing to notice. I'm just like, what the fuck? Pixelation.
Yeah.
But
What about,
speaking of audio,
Where do
recording audio.
pornography should have ranked?
Is that really an invention? You're just filming people screwing.
It depends on
Pornography
how
is
much
money.
you think pornography. It
It's
depends
good
if
for
you think.
humanity. There's less
It
death.
depends
Less
if you think pornography is better or worse for sexual predators.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I think aggression
I think it's
wise,
case by
just in
case,
general.
depends on the person.
Oh, it does, definitely. Just like with anything. I mean, why did that person not go and strangle that person over there? Well, maybe because he was at home.
Real quick. In the top 5, even the top 3, shouldn't the clock be in there?
Definitely. Although sundial, but still, at least the sundial.
Yeah.
Was it too simple to mention?
I don't know.
Clock's pretty big. It should have been on a list when you have I don't know. I just think it should be above microwave.
Yeah.
I don't
Would be
know.
no back to
Why in the
because-
oven? The oven should have been a microwave. I don't know. The
It was
microwave,
such-
it lets you
I could agree with the oven being higher. The thing with the clock
Yeah.
is, I feel like the clock is kind of a chicken and the egg thing. Like, yes, now the clock is very important, but before the clock, like, people got by just fine by being like, around then we should meet. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
then when the clock, like, things got more precise, then you started work at 8 o'clock. Then
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't
More
know.
work got done, I guess, because
You
if there
feel
wasn't
like-
prior.
When not everybody had a clock, they had a guy called the watch. That's how the term watch came around. There's a
Really?
guy. Yeah, there was someone called the watch, and I think he also like checked to make sure that nothing's going on in the city. He wasn't a cop, but he rode around and said what time it was. The clock was
Oh.
already invented, I think, but not everybody had a clock. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was the all is well guy.
Yeah.
9 o'clock and all is well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all's well.
I also thought
That's what I think that's what Paul Revere was or something too.
I also thought if
I
you're
looked that up.
fire and
Yeah,
X-rays and microwave, I thought magnets should have been pretty high up too.
I mean, magnets are pretty cool, but they don't. I mean,
Well, compasses are mostly based off of magnets.
If there was a bigger,
well, magnets are totally naturally forming.
Right.
Yeah.
We deal with magnetism
Magnets
every
just
day.
harness the naturally forming.
We
of
are on the Earth because of this.
magnetic.
yes,
Right.
I think a big one. I wouldn't put
too.
in a top 10, but I think Velcro should be on somewhere.
That was pretty
Only
high up there.
not on the top 10 at all. It could be like the top 100, but I think Velcro deserves to be somewhere just
I
because
think-
like
in the top 60.
it didn't make more things possible, but it made things like wow, that's just like way easier.
For linear foot, probably one of the most expensive things.
Really?
Really? Is it?
I mean, people don't really usually use it for a few.
I'm glad I
different
bought
things.
some at that estate sale then.
If you see Velcro on sale, buy it.
Yeah, it was like
you're
$5
eventually
for the
gonna need it. It might yellow out, but it'll still work.
But I mean, just put on like those knee pads every day. I'm just like, man, I'm so glad this is like a stretchy Velcro instead of like a hook-on thing.
And the stretch actually helps it from being shitty.
I
Because
know.
when you don't have a stretchy Velcro on a knee pad situation, you put it on, then you're
So
just
many of those
tearing
straps
your Velcro.
break.
Mhm.
Like the rubber ones that you hook on, those break, but not if it's Velcro. Just
Yeah.
way
I like Velcro because it was like, when you really look at it, it was like, why would you even think of trying something
I
like
don't
that?
know.
Yeah,
How the hell does it still don't know how it works?
No.
It's real small little hooks.
I know,
My-
but how does it grab it every time?
My guess is something like nature, like I had actually this morning.
Those things that get stuck to your
Like
clothes.
Spurs that
Yeah.
Right, I very briefly, when I got home from work on Friday, I had like a little spot that I needed to weed whack, and I did it in my work clothes. And when I went to put the same pair of pants on today, there was like a leaf that had that type of hook thing, and
Yeah.
it was stuck to my pants. My
Even
guess
after-
was something like that.
And then even after like a wash, it'll still stay on there and everything.
Uh,
Just someone's like, wow,
bird
that's,
ox or something.
The zipper too. Now that we're talking about stuff like that, the zipper
yeah.
is
I still
pretty.
feel like I still feel like that could have just been like a button though. You could just had buttons forever.
You know, going back to the nature thing with Velcro and like how you're talking about the leaf, I'm wondering what are like the top 10 inventions that were inspired by nature? Like obviously that leaf
Fire.
led to Velcro, you
Fire.
know. Yeah, but
Arches.
I'm just saying like other like what was it? Like because
Concrete.
first you could see the birds flying and then man
The
wanted to
hammer.
fly.
Yeah.
You know,
That
shit
might
like
actually
that.
be kind of close to it, where man was aspiring to something. I think flying is probably the big. Why isn't a fucking space shuttle or something like rocket?
Rocketry. This should just been or something.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot of
but-
things that were.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like
Did
the
they
criteria
really-
of this is very difficult because, like, granted, like rockets are probably one of the most impressive, but how is it really
Impacting us.
impacted or improve our everyday way of life? Now you can make the argument for the fact that like there's a ton of satellites, yes, and the fact that there's a ton of stuff that has
Actually-
come out of the fact that we've been trying to develop a space program,
Velcro
and
is
rocketry and stuff like that. Absolutely, there's
Yep.
a ton of things, but a rocket in itself, how a rocket in itself, less the fact of space shuttles or satellites. I mean,
And
hasn't really.
actually, the thing that impacted us most about rockets is the technology that went into missiles. Actually, probably more than anything.
Yeah.
For
Anything
Earth,
that-
yeah, it's the same kind of technology. The push in space is the same technology that launches a bomb on
Right.
the same thing.
Plus, if it has the word rock in it, Mike will also hammer a nail with it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep bringing it back up. It is true. You do any blunt object that's closer than a hammer, you put a nail in with. I've definitely done it before. So it's absolutely true, and it could also be a rocket.
I've used a screwdriver to pound in a nail like 40
Oh my
You guys
god!
are pounding nails into butter and stuff. That's why it's working.
Yeah. No, then the
Not a 2x4.
regular.
I think that's
I
drywall.
literally use this.
Yeah.
To pound.
That
in
works
before.
good.
This exact water bottle.
I use the head of my penis 3 times to pound in a nail.
I've seen Jimmy's penis. That is not true.
It is.
There's
a
that
nail.
one guy that can just pound it in with his head too.
I bet there's a
One
chick that
guy.
could do it with her boobs.
Football player.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking of the dictator.
You ever see her smash that one chick that smashes
The
cans
dictator.
and stuff with her tits?
Yep.
No.
I have
You
seen
saw
that.
She smashes she holds the world record. She smashed like 48 cans, like not empty cans, like full beer cans.
Yeah, I saw that.
Squishing or
Smashing.
pushing down, like between the
Full
boobs.
force.
Pushing down from the top with her
Yeah,
boob.
that's
So
like
she
it.
takes her cans and she smashes
That's not
cans.
impressive.
No, she goes.
That's not impressive.
She smashes like other stuff too. I don't know. I guess it's not.
She did like a watermelon or something, right?
Yeah, she had a watermelon.
Or something.
But like you're talking about like doing like a belly flop on it almost.
No, she sits here and goes.
No, she lifts her boobs up and goes boom.
You ever seen the dictator? It's just like that.
Oh,
She killed
with
a
her
man
hand?
once.
No, her boob.
right, with her hand though. Like
Yeah, she pushes
Yeah,
her boob
she'll-
down
Okay.
onto the top of the can.
She'll
okay, I
smash
feel
it.
better. I feel a little more impressed by that. I was thinking more like a, you know what I mean, like a flat
Oh.
chest
Oh,
into
No,
it.
no.
Hmm.
No, just smushes it down with her hand through her boob somehow. I think
Alright.
she can pound in a nail if she can do that.
There was a girl that killed a guy with that by doing that once.
That was in the dictator.
No, I'm not talking about on the movie. This actually happened. Like a chick actually killed a guy by smashing her tits on his head.
She
Wow.
booped him to death.
He may have suffocated too, though.
That's-
Also,
Death by snoo snoo.
she was like, "I think I can. I think I can." And she's like, "Oh shit, I did it."
And it did.
He
We're not
did.
going to have a shitty aftermath or
'Cause
semi-useless
we-
facts because we're running really late.
Well, can I tell you my top 3 inventions? I think everybody should
Yes.
do their top 3 real quick. All right, light bulb, microwave popcorn, and plasma laser. And the reason why I say plasma laser is because in China, they actually take these plasma lasers and they drill it through their landfills, and it turns all the garbage into glass. They break it down and they put it in their asphalt and build roads with it. So plasma laser is number 1.
Wow,
Semi-useless fact as well.
nice.
All right. Mine is the
Is
chair.
that a real thing, or did you make that up?
That is a real thing. Yeah, they need to do that here. It will solve all landfill problems. Because think about it, when the plasma laser goes through there, it's such high heat, it melts everything. It turns a lot of that shit actually into a harder substance. So whether it turns the plastic into a hard plastic, but there's a lot of still bottles and stuff like that. So if you have like beer cans, bottles, glass, all that kind of stuff, they separate it. If it goes through that landfill, excuse me one second. That silent shut the fuck up was brought to you by a semi-useless show.
Nice.
That was for my dog. But anyways, it breaks it down, so then it turns all the bottles all into glass again, shards of glass, and they break it down. But the thing is what? It's still garbage. What's the use? Well, it shrinks all that shit. So like when they have the big piles and they put the dirt over it and they can't get rid of it, right? Well, this actually melts it down to where they get rid of their landfills, and then they actually fill the land with it. They actually put it into roads, break it down so you can actually use it to drive on. So
Yeah.
probably among other things, maybe they could build structures with it too. I don't know how far advanced they are with it, but it does melt the trash down, so that helps. Better than sitting there stinking like a big bomb. They didn't
All
need to.
right. Are we all doing our top 3 or something like that
They're
then?
doing these all the time.
Actually, I'm going to change mine. I said chair. I was about to say chair, but I'm going to say air conditioning, toilets, and video games.
All at the same time.
Chair, toilet, it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I got rid of chair. So
And you
it's-
can poop
yeah.
on one, so yeah.
I like air conditioning better. For
Never pooped in a chair?
I have. It's
no
called a
way.
toilet.
I pooped while standing up once when Billy just stuck his finger right in my neck.
Yeah.
The ice picked the poop out of me when I was
That
like
was-
5.
That was neck, everybody.
I was 5 years old. He just went like this. And I just shit my pants like.
That
He didn't
was
do
my
it hard. He didn't do it hard like brutal. It just shocked me. I was just like, it was just like.
I used that as a wrestling move.
Yeah.
There was
He wasn't
somebody
trying to hurt me,
that was
but-
supposed to be like Sub-Zero on WCW. He looked like Sub-Zero. He was a wrestler. And then his move was the ice pick. He looked cool, kind of, but he wasn't really that great of a wrestler. And then he had a shitty fucking finishing move called the ice pick, which was a stump like this.
Yeah.
Now, as a throwback, Ernie the Cat Lad used it a lot, too, which was a reference to Ernie the Cat Lad, which is a reference to the old man, because he's the one that told me about Ernie the Cat Lad from back in the day. Old school wrestling. So anyways, I took what I called the ice pick, and I came after Sam. I'm like, ice pick. And I just go right in his neck, and he insta-shit his pants. A log. Not even diarrhea.
Oh, there's multiple logs, I think.
Really?
Yeah, all the underwear was.
He just dreamed about it later that night, and it happened again.
It's like, if you just did it a few years earlier, I could just done it right in a diaper.
You know what it was? You pooped, and then I took the poop, and I ice picked you with the poop. Mike's just like, I'm out of here. I'm done.
All right.
Wow.
Very educational. Plasma lasers, poo-poo.
All right. My first 2 kind of are related, kind of, somehow. Not too much. I'll have the wheel is number 1. Should be number 1 for out. Since I'm not including fire. If fire is an option, that's always number 1, but I'm not including that.
Oh, here we go again. Digital spaceships are raining down.
Yeah.
Existed.
Couldn't have said it better
What's
myself.
that? Say it again. I think you're good now.
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Maybe Mike's said something a half hour ago. Oh my god, it sounds like a Moonanite farting.
Oh, shit. Alright. I'm going number 1 is the wheel. Number 2 for me is the AC motor. And number 3 is penicillin.
You mean the motor for an actual air conditioner?
No, not a
For a car?
DC motor. An AC motor.
AC/DC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's a
I
DC
think
motor?
that was-
Something that runs on DC current.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was just a motor that Batman uses for his
Yeah.
Batmobile in the DC comics. Definitely
Do you have any
price.
top
I got an
3?
issue with it being DC Comics because DC means Detective Comics, so
Oh, is that
it's
what
Detective
it
Comics comics.
Yes.
I don't like that.
That happens more often than you'd think, though.
I know.
I know,
Yeah.
so- I hate it when they actually put like if it's AARP or something like that. Like both the A's basically mean the same thing. You know, something like that. That's a bad example. But when they put the 2 letters in there and both the letters are basically the same, like they could have got rid of it. It's just they knew it sounded better. with
NCAA and NAACP.
Wait. I don't know that any of that exists in any place.
I think
just
that
made that up.
NAACP is, though.
What do you mean? That's a real thing.
Isn't that National African American Color People something?
Right.
National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
Right. So those are all.
Never mind.
Those are
I thought
all.
it was African American Color People, so I was like, they're saying the same thing twice.
No.
No, just you are.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
We can
I don't
add some
know.
more.
I don't know what what Billy's referring to exists in any real application.
It does. I'll find out and I'll get back to you on the next show.
Okay.
What AARP? That's a
ACP did for some reason, but
I can't think of a good example, but
African American.
it's most of the time it's like a health thing, or like it's either healthcare or it's something to do with like a commercial that I hear. It's either a credit thing. It's something that's supposed to be important to society that I don't ever pay attention to. Obviously, that's why I can't remember. It doesn't pertain to me directly, but the impact that it does have in my life, it annoys me that how somebody could actually try to market themselves and it doesn't make sense. Just like it's the same thing as you guys were saying. You're like, why would you? What were you saying, Sam? You said something about something.
Well, like, why would somebody wear a shirt that says their name on it, but not quite exactly?
Like
You know.
what?
Like Billigans or something.
Oh God.
What?
Nicole
what
got
are
me.
you talking about?
Billy's
Nicole.
shirt says Billigans on it.
Nicole got me this shirt.
Billy, oh.
I said in my head, I was like, I can't wear that shirt. It has my name on it, and I didn't want to hurt Nicole's feelings. And then I wore it one time, and I was like, I like this shirt. I don't care if it says my name on it. I
Right.
like the way it looks.
You
No,
should
and-
wear it. The only time you should wear that is with like a white
A
skipper.
name tag?
No, like a white skipper hat, so it's like you mix with Gilligan.
Here's the thing. The reason why I wore the shirt, I got paranoid at first. I'm like, pfft, and it's got my name on it. I'm like, the average person's not even going to know my name.
Yeah, what's the big deal in the first place? We'll get my name on it. So what?
Did it?
Just you guys making fun of me, obviously.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Did
wear
it-
this shirt again.
Did it occur to you that the average person doesn't care or need to know your name?
No, thankfully. I'm glad life isn't like Cheers. I appreciate that. It's the one benefit in life that nobody really does give a shit.